This is my favorite boat. There's no question about it. This is the top Axopar that you can get. It feels like a rocket ship, man. An Axopar on steroids. Climb, baby, climb. Climb. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode with the Yacht Tender Guy. Today, we're aboard a fully loaded Shadow 900 cross cabin. And when I mean fully loaded, we have gyro, AC, all the toys that you could possibly imagine. So follow us along, and we'll show you all the goodies that this boat has to offer. So we recently had two back-to-back trips to the Bahamas on an Axopar 37 cross cabin. That was quite the experience, man. It was my first crossing in a pilot house boat, my first crossing actually on an Axopar. And let's face it, it was my first crossing at me as a captain. I have gone before several times, luckily with some friends, but this was the first time that I was in charge of the trip. We had rough seas 3 out of 4 times that we had to cross. The last crossing on the way back, that was flat. It took us an hour and 20 minutes. We were doing 43 miles an hour and burning roughly around 1.5 miles to the gallon, which is pretty good for a 37-footer. Doing a crossing at that in that amount of time, it's pretty solid if you ask me. The other 3 times, it did take us a bit longer because of weather conditions. We did encounter some 6 to 8 footers. We even took one of those green water waves at some point. Being honest with you guys, it happens out there. No matter the boat, you can't get yourself caught in some rough weather conditions. Safe to say, we're pretty familiar nowadays with the cross cabin, Adrian and myself, and it's the boat that we like, it's the boat that we want. It's got all the commodities that we're looking for in a boat. AC. I bet you're all pretty hot out there, aren't you? I'm nice and cool in here. Protection from weather elements, protection from the rain. We got a sun pad up front. We have entertainment space up in the back. And we know that it's a boat that can handle rough seas if we're ever encountered in a situation like that again. All right, so we just waited about 10 minutes since we turned on the gyro system for it to load. Reached 100%, and I can't tell some of the difference. Obviously, what the gyro is supposed to do is eliminate the roll from side to side, and you start notice a bit of a difference where the boat is going up and down. Some people might not notice it as much as we can. I do spend a lot of time on the Axopar, so I'm familiar with the way that it should perform when you have waves coming from side to side and the roll, but you can't tell a difference. So obviously, if you have a wife that's looking for a little bit more comfort, it will definitely be a plus in having a gyro on board. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring you on board with us, and we're gonna show you the effects of the gyro from inside the cabin. All right, guys, so we are outside. It's a bit choppy today, so we do have some waves and we're able to showcase the gyro system. Some people might not really be able to tell a difference. I have been on a lot of Axopars and I do spend a lot of my time out on them, so I'm on boats without gyros. So this is actually the first for me on an Axopar with a gyro, and I can tell some of the difference. So we have an MC Quick Gyro 5 installed in this Shadow 900, and right now I'm gonna turn it off real quick just so that we get some actual roll. The purpose of a gyro is to eliminate roll. So the boat, when you have some waves coming from the side, the boat tends to do this, okay? So what the gyro is supposed to do is eliminate that roll and basically make the boat go up and down. That's something that you can't eliminate. You can only eliminate the roll side by side, but the boat is gonna go up and down. So now I want you to have a view of the horizon, and I'm gonna turn it on. It's off right now, so we are moving, and it's on right now. I can see how the boat stabilizes right away. You do feel it. Some people might not really be able to determine the amount of reduction that you get right away, but being on Axopars constantly, I can say that it does feel a bit more stable. If you want to buy this boat that it has all the adventure features, but you want to have your wife be able to come out with you and you want her to be comfortable, having a gyro might not be such a bad idea. It is an MC Quick Gyro, so it's not a Seakeeper. Main difference between these two brands is the fact that the MC is air-cooled and the Seakeeper is water-cooled. So in terms of maintenance and user-friendliness, I can definitely agree that the Quick Gyro is way more simpler than the actual Seakeeper. Now, to show you where this is installed, we do have a nice area down here, where right now we actually have our covers. But if I take these covers off, we have the gyro right here. Now it is a black glass, so you might not be able to see it. I can see the gyro itself going into action, but it's a nice dedicated area as to where we decided to put the gyro on this particular boat. And everything else that you see here is the inverter system that powers the gyro and the AC. Guys, this is my favorite boat. There's no question about it. This is the top Axopar that you can get. It feels like a fucking rocket ship, man. 4 screens in the helm. It just screams fighter jet, honestly. The carbon fiber, the leather, the upholstery seats, the tinted windows, the 450 engines in the back. It's just an Axopar on steroids, and it really, really puts a big smile on my face, especially in days like this where you do have some chop and you're able to go not only fast, but you stay dry. Obviously, the cabin, the AC, everything. It changes the boating experience from being in an open boat. And I can't emphasize it enough. The only way that you can actually determine for yourself is by actually getting into one of these and maybe getting away from the typical center console and going into a pilot houseboat with AC units. It's not for everybody. Some people might feel claustrophobic, but the fact that you can have all this enclosed space under the AC, no wind annoying you in the face. You do have those features if you want to, because you can open the top, you can open the doors, but on days like today where it's so hot outside, I mean, pilot house is the way to go. And maybe it's an Axopar 37 cross cabin, or maybe it's a Brabus Shadow 900 if you want to stand apart. We've done videos on all these boats in the past. This is the second Shadow 900 that we shoot this year. It's a little bit of a different layout due to the wet bar configuration, but we have a new color which I absolutely love. It just stealth gray adds to the fighter jet feel of the boat. Before I put this into full send, I'm gonna ask you guys to please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, reach out to us in the comments below. We're always answering questions over there. Now it's just time for me to send it all the way. Adrian, hold on. Keep an eye on the speed gauge. Climb, baby, climb. Climb, climb. Hold back, hold on. Fortunately, I didn't have enough runway. I do have Coast Guard boats all around me, so I don't want to piss them off. But guys, this boat does 65 miles an hour. We've tested it in flat conditions, and the boat does 65 miles an hour as advertised by Brabus Marine. So if you're looking for the ultimate Axopar, check out the Brabus Shadow 900.